Here's one that is hyperactive. This is Jackie, and everybody knows Jackie, and this is one you should go take some time to look through her site. She has quite a few things on there that are valuable. And here's a newcomer to me. His name, this is called Rev Clever, and of course the name stands out. And his idea is he's coming soon, and hopefully we can get him to, in his thinking, maybe come along and present on Saturday what he's got planned for his site. And it sounds like he wants to put a lot of things together for us. Now, this is someone who, Claire Siskin, used to be quite active on the list. She's putting together some aggressive things for, obviously, language learning here, but she was doing other kind of things, like with games and how to make things work in Revolution. And now, of course, she's probably branching out into Livecode and might even be doing a puzzle that's better than Colin's. That might be true. Now, here's one, and we'll skip past this one pretty quickly because we already know about this guy. But these are still worthwhile, especially his documentation, which he's gone through. Now, here's one that I think people should pay more attention to and visit, and hopefully we'll get more than one presentation out of her. This is Judy Perry's, Rev in Education, and it's a blog, but there are topics that are really important to us as live code developers, and it's basically live code in education. This is a different page on James Hurley's site, and this has to do with tools, utilities, games, simulations, and that's, again, Turtle Graphics is mentioned here. This is a page, and I couldn't find a whole lot of information here, but basically these are the data grid topics. And data grid is kind of important for a lot of people wanting to organize information easily. And Trevor DeVore programmed it, and there are certain people who have really gone through how to maximize and get the most out of that. Now, this is an older one, but it's Code Mojo, Mac Instruct. Mac Instruct, Joe Wilkins, you've seen him on the list. Now, this is from 2007, but he's very much a HyperCard advocate back in the day, and he'd like to be more active in it, but it's a little hard for him. But he has some valuable things for people who need to get started. So hopefully when I contact Joe, he'll be helpful. Joe has one problem. He has a 30-inch screen, and because of his eyesight failing, that's still too small for him to see a lot of things. So his ability to read and produce is very limited these days. But he has a lot of valuable content that he did over the years, and hopefully we can get him more involved in what we're doing here. Of course, good old Hugh Sr., Flexible Learning Company, he's very active and has put together some very good organizational software. And one of the pieces is Scripter Scrapbook. He's certainly one to pay attention to. Here again is just another view of that gentleman named William Sankey. Quantum Software, Jan Schenkel, has done quite a bit of work that's good. It happens to do with live code using Java, which he spoke about last week. He also is very friendly, very helpful to people that just have simplest questions. And I would hope to get a little bit of what he throws away on his desktop, on his computer, to maybe land on what we would like to take advantage of. He also did Quantum Reports, PDF Writer. Let me see if I can get to his blog here. And he's doing Quantum PDF Library on Rev demos. Now, he did Quantum, and he's also doing some OnRev demos. For some people that need to know more about that, well, he's an OnRev, explorer. He started early, and he's using OnRev, so and telling people how to use it. So for people that want to get more involved in that, this might be a great way to contact his offerings on his site. And here's another gentleman who's done quite a bit, and this is how to go like from PHP to live code, which many companies need to do. Also, he has something called FileMaker Pro Migrator, and this is a very robust commercial version of how to move from FileMaker database over to using live code. The next person here that's active today And this is Monty Golding, MER Golding Software. Some of the early Livecode stuff back in Revolution, early days, was done by Monty. He's very, very easy to approach and very helpful. Now, here we have another guy it's been reported in this XL Guru, and the topic here is Livecode. And I don't remember exactly what this thread is, but they're talking about how they want to move from something else over to Livecode and their experience and their questions, so we can learn from that, and maybe they're very active and we can bring them into our group. Okay, I'm going to move a little further, a little quicker here, because these are all links that you can get to. I'm going to move down to, here's another gentleman who I think is very active, and this is RunRev Planet. I'm going to move to the next one, where RunRev Planet has put out something just a couple weeks ago that people found very valuable, a freely available PDF that says 52 tips in 52 weeks. And I know some people downloaded and said, boy, this is great. It does give you those sort of a miscellaneous collection of things. Boy, now that I found it, I wish I knew this ahead of time. Why don't I tell other people? So that's a pretty cool way for people to move through. Now, this looks a little austere, but there's an awesome Animation Engine 4 tutorial by a guy named Oblio Beck, and he does some really good videos, and I'm going to show you those in a few minutes because I'm almost done with this part. But we also have to pay attention to, like, there's Rev Mentor, and that'll be coming up here in a moment. This is Jerry Daniels, Rev Mentor. He does a lot of stuff that's freely available as well as commercial. Our friend Richmond, and Richmond has a Facebook page, and so he's easily reachable. Another area here that you should pay attention to would be Daniels and Mara. Cheo Shan does quite a few things. You may have heard about live email and live SMTP. High quality work, and a lot of people use that. Let's see, I'm going to move down just a little bit more. So rather than go through every single link here, these are the things that I call the web ring that we could probably get together. You can see there's so many places to go here. One I'm going to pop up here is Software. And Software is Mark Weider, lives in Berkeley. And he puts together some interesting stacks that do database schema generator, for instance. And so as we get down to the last one I'm going to show you here is the Alt plugin. This is by Chip Walters and his partner in crime, Chris Bonner. They put together some high quality plugins, and I'm sure people still use them today. So this is another resource. I want to move on to connecting with there's something called Programmer Stack Exchange. I would like to learn more about that because it looks like that might be something we could participate in. Now here's a guy that's on Twitter named David Bovo, our friend David Bovo. Here's the Facebook for Richmond Matthewson, who lives in Bulgaria. And here's a presenter from 2 weeks ago. His name is Ronald Zellner. Now, he has some very interesting stuff he's done, and it looks like he wants to help out with our group, and he's at Texas A&M University, and he has quite a body of knowledge and experience with Revolution, and it's nice that he's joined our group. I would like to try and get somebody back into the group. I think he's gotten busy with his other